you're going to bet on golf, I think what people need to realize is if you go to the Action app and you see the way that I've bet golf the last 2 years, is you've got to be a great at money management. You have to be very good at money management. If you're going to spend, I'm glad everybody got Webb Simpson, but with 2 holes to go last
No,
week,
you're not.
you didn't know if one of the 7 guys in the pool were going to win that. So for those of us that had other golfers in those top 7, or those of us that had a prop on a playoff, you had no clue with 2 holes to go that Webb was actually going to win that thing. And it's been that way for the last couple of weeks. And the equipment's better. The players are better. I think the field has caught up to each other from the elite class. Or, the Abraham Answers and the Collin Morikawis of the world have caught up to the Roms and the Rorys. They got a little bit to go, but they're getting there, and it makes it tougher to guess an outright winner. So the way to bet golf is not just outrights, it's top 20s, it's matchups, taking guys that are hot versus guys that are cold, or maybe guys that have morning tee times and they have nice, the turf isn't chunked up, the fairway is clear, the putting green is rolling smooth, taking morning tee times versus afternoon tee times. It's better to get in deeper than that than just taking a long-term outright.
Okay, so you just mentioned a whole bunch of factors, right? So like in golf, if you're going to bet golf, what happens is someone has a really good week, especially a guy who's good has a really good week, and then the next week they're going to be shorter. So, like Bryson DeChambeau every week getting closer and closer with the thought from the odds makers, or at least thinking that you're going to bet him, that he's got it coming. Right now, there are other factors. There are courses, there's travel, there's whatever. But it seems to me that it seems to be too simplified when I'm looking at the odds for the next week, right? And it seems like, well, why does it seem like everyone who's done good the last week is now up a bit when there should be a million other factors? Is it because golf is supposedly an individual game? But don't courses make a difference?
Courses make a huge difference, and odds makers actually play on the public perception more than they do on the course.
There you go. That's the answer.
Yeah, and they know that somebody's going to come in and bet a whole bunch on Webb Simpson. I knew he withdrew this week, but they're going to come in and bet a whole bunch on Webb Simpson because he just won. But the fact is different courses and different circumstances benefit players. Bubba Watson likes to play where a crowd can't chatter at him. He likes to play on courses because he's a lefty where you can go from right to left. There's just little nuances with each one of the golfers. And then you have to get into the advanced stats with their strokes gained and how the ball striking is going. There's just so much going on as to if they're comfortable and if they're hot. So to be able to put all that together and pick out one winner to win the entire tournament is one of the hardest things to do. I would consider that in a sports term, trying to hit a 92-mile-an-hour curveball as a baseball player. It's hard to do, really hard.